Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about berry fragrances, or yeah, the berry fragrances that I have in my collection. So I've got a ton of perfumes, and we all have a ton of perfumes that have a lot of berries in them. These ones that I pulled though are the perfumes in my collection that, to me, these are berry fragrances. Those, the berries are the most prominent notes in them. And yeah, so I think I've got about 11 here. I'm gonna jump, well, I really have got 10, but I've got 2 formulations of the same perfume. Yeah, we're gonna talk about, but anyways, I'm gonna jump right in. So the first fragrance that I'm going to talk about is hands down my favorite berry fragrance that I've ever smelled. This is an old signature of mine. I still adore this perfume. And for me, this is like the most true berry fragrance that I have in my collection. The fragrance I'm talking about is Philosophy Falling in Love. I need to pick up, it's expensive though, it's the Trish McEvoy berry or blackberry perfume or something. I've been seeing for years that apparently it smells like this. I love Falling in Love. This is like raspberry and blackberry. It's, or actually no, I think it's just, no, I think it is raspberry and blackberry. White musk, lily of the valley. It's just beautiful. It's soft and sweet and clean and very much a berry fragrance through and through. It's very fresh, crisp smelling. It's just beautiful. It's slightly sweet, not overly sweet. It's not fruity. It's not a fruity fragrance. It's a berry fragrance. It's just amazing. The original formulation of this, which I do have the original formulation. This bottle is the original formulation. Lasts forever. It performs so well on me. I haven't tried, I think I have a little mini of the newest formulation. I haven't tried it yet. I haven't given it a good full wear test yet, but I'm really excited to. I've heard that it smells the same, it just doesn't perform as well. So anyways, that is Philosophy Falling in Love. Ooh, had to go get a drink. My voice has been getting scratchy every time I film because the pollen is really bad right now, and it's been really bad this year. And no matter what I do, no matter how much I drink, no matter what I do, like, it will get scratchy. But anyways, moving right along. This next one, for me, this is such a berry heavy fragrance. This is my favorite formulation of this fragrance. So next we're going to be talking about Mugler Angel Eau de Toilette. So this has got like Mandarin in it, it's got Praline, apple, it's got, I think, musk and vetiver and patchouli in the base, but it's got a red berry note in the middle, and for me, this is a red berry fragrance through and through. It is... Yes, that is what I smell. When I wear this, that's what comes out of my skin. When I spray it in the air, I just get this beautiful, juicy berry fragrance. And I love the combination of the berries and the patchouli in this. It still smells like Angel. It's just not heavy. It's not a heavy patchouli. You don't have that chocolate. It's not like a heavy scent the way that the original Angel is, which, don't get me wrong, I adore the original Angel, but this is light and bright and fresh and juicy smelling, and to me, I get berries. This is a very, very berry forward fragrance for me. And again, something about how the berries and the patchouli work together. Oh, it's just so beautiful, but it somehow still smells just like Angel. Just a really light, modern Angel. So anyways, yeah, that is Mugler Angel, the Eau de Toilette. Such a beautiful berry fragrance. Okay, this next one is the fragrance that I'm wearing today. This is Rehab Tooty Musk. And somebody commented on the Rehab video that I did that apparently Tooty means berry in a language, and I'm guessing in a Middle Eastern language. So I thought that that was super fun. So it really is berry musk, and this is beautiful. It's sweet and fresh, and the magic with this one happens in the dry down. So when you first apply it, it kind of smells a little bit like a generic, sweet, fruity fragrance. But when you put this on your skin and let it dry down, it is amazing. It is soft and it's still sweet, but it's not overly sweet. And it's not a fruity sweet, it's a berry sweet. So it really is this beautiful light berry and musk fragrance. It's really, really gorgeous. I love this one. It's like a $3 little bottle of oil and I adore it. It's such a beautiful fragrance and I love it. It's wonderful to layer over. It's also great just on its own. And I am just wearing it on its own today. And it's just really, really nice. It's just a really beautiful, like lightly sweet berries and musk fragrance. So anyways, that is Rehab Tooty Musk. Next, we are going to be talking about one of my favorite berry forward fragrances in my collection. And that fragrance is SJP NYC. And I've got two different ones here. And I am so glad. I found this one on Mercari. It was $7. I just picked it up. It is in a little bit of a different bottle. And it's funny because after I sprayed them both, I realized this must be a different formulation. And then I remembered that Sarah Jessica Parker perfumes used to be made by Coty. They are now being made by, it looks like, the Lovely Distribution Center. So it looks like she's manufacturing her own fragrances. I knew that she brought it all like in-house, that it wasn't being manufactured by Coty anymore. So when I got this, I pulled this out and I'll show you the bottles. So they are two different colors of pink. It's really subtle, but this is a darker, kind of more cool toned pink. This is a brighter, kind of more warm toned pink. The packaging is different. This one says SJP NYC on the front of the bottle. It does say eau de parfum spray and it gives you like the 30 ml. This one doesn't have anything on the bottle. It's just the design. And this one, when you pull it out, the sticker is on the inside. This one is an eau de toilette. And this is the one that is manufactured by Coty. It says distributed by Coty Perfume Paris. So this is the original formulation, which is an eau de toilette, and it was manufactured by Coty. The newer formulation is an eau de parfum, and it is manufactured by the Lovely Distribution Company. And I will tell you guys, they are slightly different in formulation. So the eau de parfum is actually way better. It's much longer lasting. It performs way better than the eau de toilette, the old Coty formulation. It's a little bit sweeter and it's just like a little bit richer smelling. It's funny because usually when this happens, when something is reformulated, it goes the opposite way. It gets weaker, it's not as good, it's not as rich smelling. Usually it's a bad thing when something has been reformulated. In this case, it is absolutely not. I'm so glad to have them both, but my new formulation is definitely where it's at with this one. So anyways, with all that out of the way, this is an amazing strawberry perfume. That's what I get mostly, is strawberry. It's got like osmanthus and rose and honeysuckle and rum and vanilla, but I get strawberry 100%. And in both of them, I get a really sweet, yummy, prominent strawberry note. And for me, when I think about this fragrance, this is a strawberry fragrance for me. And I love the newer formulation so much. It is in every way superior to the original formulation. And I don't know that those words have ever left my mouth before. I'm just really excited to have both of these. So anyways, that is SJP NYC, such a beautiful strawberry perfume. This next one, this is another one that has a really, really prominent strawberry note in it. So the fragrance that we're gonna be talking about is this one here. This is Mugler Womanity Eau pour Elles. Sorry, that's like a tongue twister for me. So this, to me, this could go either way. This could be a strawberry fragrance or it could be a fig fragrance, but I feel like I think the strawberry is a little bit more prominent in it than the fig. Anytime there's fig in a fragrance, my brain immediately goes to fig because it's such a recognizable note. But the strawberry is so, so prominent in this. It's like the most beautiful, perfectly blended strawberry and fig fragrance. Neither one really outshines the other. And the strawberry sweetens up the fig like in a major way. It's a little bit salty. It's like salty strawberries and figs. Like if you had a bowl of fresh figs and fresh strawberries and sprinkled a bunch of sugar over and put like just a pinch of salt in it, that's what this smells like. It's amazing. It's such a beautiful like strawberry and fig fragrance. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. So a lovely subscriber sent this to me. It was still cold out when she sent it. So that's another reason why my nose probably picked up on the fig so much, because it was still pretty cold out when she sent it. I am so excited to be able to pull this out and give it some love in the warm weather. I think that my skin is really, really gonna pull that strawberry note. Yeah, I definitely think it's really gonna pull the strawberry. And it's like a really beautiful, fresh, clean strawberry too. It's not overly sweet smelling. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. So anyways, that is Mugler Womanity Eau pour Elles. Okay, this next one, this is definitely more of a summertime fragrance, but not summertime, I'm sorry. This is definitely more of a wintertime fragrance, but I have been known to pull this out in the middle of the summer because this is one of those fragrances that I will just crave. That is Armani Si Le Parfum, and this has got a lot of different notes in it. It's mostly an amber fragrance. It's got like incense and jasmine and osmanthus and vanilla in amber. It's got a little bit of patchouli in it, but my nose picks up the blackcurrant the most. It's got blackcurrant in the top, but it is like a ton of blackcurrant. So for me, this is like, it's like a berry amber fragrance. And I do not have another amber in my collection quite like this. It's like a slightly sweet, very warm blackcurrant amber fragrance. And I say that every time I talk about this fragrance, I talk about how prominent the blackcurrant is, like how much it stands out to me. My skin pulls it out a ton when I wear this as well. So it is like this beautiful, warm, cozy, rich amber, but it's brightened a ton by the blackcurrant. Yeah, it's not like a traditional smelling amber at all. It's, I don't know, if you can imagine like a kind of a lighter amber, but with a load of blackcurrant in it. That's what this smells like, and I just love it so much. So anyways, that is Armani Si Le Parfum. This one, unfortunately, is so hard to find now. Yeah, but if you ever do, oh my gosh, snatch it because it's such a good one. Okay, this next one, I just wore this one last week. I love this fragrance. This fragrance makes me so, so happy. And that is Ralph Lauren Beyond Romance. So this is another one that's got a ton of notes in it. It's got like rose and jasmine, lily of the valley, vanilla, but it's got a raspberry note in the top. And it's funny because you would think that with a lot of these berry notes being in the top notes, that they would burn off, or that that's not what you would smell when they dry down. And that's just not the case with this fragrance. Like for me, this smells like raspberries and cream. That's how it was described to me when people were recommending it to me. They were saying it smells like raspberries and cream. And I looked at the notes and I thought, that's strange because raspberries like in the top, and you know, but I was like, but I'm gonna trust them. I'm gonna pick it up. And I did, and it smells exactly the way that everybody was saying it smells. It's mostly vanilla and raspberry. You get a little bit of the musk. A little bit of a cleanliness from the musk. You definitely get the flowers, but they are not overpowering, and the raspberry is still like the most prominent note for me. And even on my skin, it just smells like raspberries and cream. It's so, so darn good. I love this fragrance. Every time I wear it, it brings me such joy. So anyways, that one is Beyond Ralph Lauren Beyond Romance. Beautiful raspberry fragrance. Okay, this next one has tons of different berries and fruits and all kinds of things, but this, for me, this is another one of my old signatures, and for me, this is absolutely mostly a berry fragrance, and that is Escada Moon Sparkle. So this one has got apple in it, and freesia and jasmine, as well as rose, but this one has strawberry and blackcurrant in the top, and then it's got raspberry in the base. So for me, and I've always been drawn to like berry heavy fragrances. For me to have two old signatures in this bunch, and both of them are berry based fragrances, or mostly berry fragrances, that just shows you just like how much I love an actual true berry fragrance. But yeah, this one is so good. It's just tons of berries. It's sweet and kind of fruity smelling. It's fresh. It's a little bit floral, but mostly berry. I mean, you get that strawberry and the blackcurrant and the raspberry in the base. It's just very heavy on the berries. And I love it. So my bottle, this one is kind of, you can tell it's starting to go off, like the top notes are gone. Well, I shouldn't say they're gone, because I can still smell the strawberry and the blackcurrant, but not until it starts to dry down. But yeah, if you don't have Moon Sparkle and you want Moon Sparkle or are interested in this fragrance, Rehab has a really, really good alternative, or clone, I should say, called Have Fun. And also, Rehab makes an oil called Lovely. That this is like, I mean, it's a spot on dupe, like spot on dupe for Moon Sparkle. The only difference with this one is this oil has a cleanliness to it at first. It smells a little bit different when you put it on than what it does when it dries down. When it dries down, it smells exactly like Moon Sparkle. Exactly. I love Moon Sparkle. It's so good, but yeah, it's so sad. I have this big full bottle too. This is a 50 ml bottle, and it sadly is starting to go off. See, as soon as it starts to dry down, it smells exactly like Moon Sparkle. So anyways, yeah, really, really beautiful, very berry forward fragrance. I know it's very difficult to find Moon Sparkle now. There are definitely some alternatives out there. Okay, this next one, this is another one that people used to say that this smelled like La Nuit Trésor, which I've never really felt like it smelled like La Nuit. Also, people think that it smells like Trésor Midnight Rose. Again, I don't get that at all. This does have flowers in it. It's got like Peony and Gardenia. It's got orange blossom in it, but for me, this is all about the berries and the caramel. This has got strawberry and raspberry in the top, and then vanilla and caramel in the base. And that's really what I get. I always have kind of picked up more on the berries and the caramel than anything else. So it's this really beautiful, sweet, really, that's what it is. It's sweet berries and caramel. You definitely get the red apple as well, but for me, the apple isn't adding fragrance to it. It's just adding like sweetness. But I get a ton of strawberry and caramel in this one. It's so beautiful. This is such an affordable fragrance too. I found this at TJ Maxx years ago for, golly, I think it was on sale. I found it on clearance for like $8. It is so, so good. So yeah, this one for me is like berries and caramel. I love it. It's such a good one. Performance on this guy is not the best. It definitely is It's not horrible either. You can get a good 4 to 5 hours out of this. I usually overspray it a lot. I haven't worn this one in like a year and a half. I will forget about my Pascal Morabito fragrances, and yeah, so I need to get this one out and give it some more love because it really is such a beautiful like strawberry and caramel fragrance. It's so good. So anyways, that is Pascal Morabito Purple Ruby. My liquid has darkened up so much too from all the vanilla in it. Okay, and then last but not least, this is the only, what I would say is a true cranberry fragrance like that I've ever smelled. This is Ralph Lauren Big Pony 2, and when every time I talk about this fragrance, I tell this story. When I first got this fragrance, I was really disappointed because I felt like it was just this super generic, kind of fruity, kind of like sweet fruity fragrance. And I almost was just gonna declutter it immediately. But then the more that I played with this, the more that I wore it and sprayed it on my skin and clothing, and the more that I just spent time with it, the more I realized this has a beautiful, like very true tart cranberry note in it. It's so good. And what I've also noticed about this fragrance is the cranberry is very like fresh and realistic smelling in the cold weather. Once it starts to get warm like it is now, that's when it starts to smell a little bit more like just a generic fruity fragrance. Something about the heat with this one, it kind of, I don't know, it kind of dampens that true cranberry note. But I'm telling you, when it is like in cool weather, you can smell the most beautiful, like crisp, tart, realistic cranberry note. It's beautiful. It really does smell like, I don't know, like a bottle of Ocean Spray cranberry juice. And it definitely doesn't pull as sweet in the cooler weather. So yeah, I have found that I do prefer this in cold weather, honestly. I definitely can get the cranberry in the warm weather, but only because I know it's there. It just, I don't know, it feels a lot more muddled. There's something about the heat that is just not great with this. But oh my gosh, in the cold weather, you get the most beautiful, like realistic, crisp smelling cranberry note. It really does smell like Ocean Spray cranberry juice. It's beautiful. Lasting power on this one is, again, not great. You can get, I don't know, 3 to 4 hours out of it. It's not like the worst thing in the world, but it's not the best either. But yeah, really beautiful cranberry fragrance, and I'm so glad I didn't declutter this one. And I'm so glad that I really discovered what it actually is all about, but I had to play with it in cooler weather in order to do so. But yeah, beautiful cranberry fragrance. Again, that one is Big Pony 2 from Ralph Lauren. And that is gonna be it, guys. Those are all of my most berry forward fragrances in my collection. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.